Welcome everybody to this prediction of who will be the next president of France. We're doing this prediction in collaboration with the company Othello in France, and my name is Patrick Fezovsky from the Center for Body Language. First, a few words about how we set up this study, which is very similar to what we did with predicting accurately Obama's win from Romney in 2012, and similar to what we did in several other countries predicting the outcome of elections. What we've done, we've taken 200 people in front of a webcam camera looking at a video of 5 candidates, the 5 most probable candidates who will go to the second round in the French elections: Macron, Le Pen, Fillon, Melenchon and Hamon. And we've asked these people just to watch on their computer for 2 minutes this video of 5 candidates. Now what happens is that people emotionally react to what they see on the screen. And as a result, we can know, thanks to their micro-expressions, the most reliable signs of what somebody truly feels, we can know who they actually prefer and who not. It's not in writing, it's just looking at their body language, looking at their micro-expressions. So it's their true inner feelings that somebody cannot hide, that we are able to see. And according to me, this is the most reliable sign of how you can predict the outcome of elections, because people will just emotionally react when they look at political candidates. Now, here are the results and the graphics, what our computers have analyzed so far. The first impression of Macron and Le Pen is pretty good. They have the highest joy from all the other candidates. So that's why we feel that they have a pretty good chance to go, both of them, Macron and Le Pen, to the second round in the French elections, based on this graphic. Let's have a look at the next graphic, all the emotions of all participants. Here we also see that the winner of the most joy during some specific segments that are a bit emotionally loaded is Melenchon. What means that Melenchon has quite some strong support for him going. Then the third graphic is this one that we're going to discuss. The winners of the negative emotions during neutral segments. So these are moments when persons are supposed to react relatively neutral, are Fillon, Hamon and Le Pen. So as the winner of so much negative emotions, especially for Hamon and Fillon, I feel that they probably will be able to forget about the second round. Luckily for Le Pen, she has some negative emotions as a result as well, when people see her, but she has some strong elements in the other graphics that you'll see. The winner of the most positive emotions during a specific segment, which is emotionally loaded for viewers, is Melenchon. Also note that this little peak here, however it's in Hamon's segment, it still might be a late reaction to Melenchon's speaking here. In other words, we see that there is a strong support, or maybe just amusement, for Melenchon's ideas. Now, this is also an interesting one. These are the emotions of participants who are certain to vote Macron. What we see is that Macron, his supporters, have also strong positive feelings for Le Pen and also Melenchon. This graphic has different meanings that are possible. It could mean that there are many undecided voters. It could mean that many can swing their vote to somebody else. It could also mean that if Le Pen or Melenchon do something really impressive in the campaign, that Macron will lose their votes to them. Graphic number 6. Le Pen has a low support. These are voters, by the way, that are certain to vote Le Pen. Le Pen has a low support of her own voters. And her voters that are going to vote Le Pen seem kind of indifferent. So there is a danger for Le Pen that her popularity might go down if others, especially Melenchon or Macron, come with a stronger campaign. Let's have a look at this one. This one shows that Fillon can forget about the second round, according to us. Why? Because the voters of Fillon have more positive emotions for others, like, for example, for Macron or Melenchon. Graphic number 8 of the emotional reactions of people that watched those 5 candidates on video. Here you can see the parts marked in yellow that actually should be contempt. So contempt is a feeling of superiority, usually interpreted negatively, but in this case, it could be also interpreted as proud, which is positive. I'll leave the scientific background behind this for now, but what it means is that Melenchon seems to have quite strong supporters. And at the same time, since these are participants that are certain to vote Melenchon, his supporters like actually Le Pen also and Macron also, or could be just undecided, swingable. So this is a very interesting graphic that gives us a lot of background that Melenchon is really strong in what he does, but at the same time that Le Pen and Macron are a danger for him. Then let's have a look here. This shows, these are the voters of Hamon. Actually, it should show in his neutral part, at least in the neutral part, a lot of positive emotions. It doesn't. What it means is that the voters of Hamon seem to like Macron and Melenchon more. So, yeah, too bad for him. He won't go to the second round for sure. Now, this is an important graphic to take into account in the whole picture because there are many undecided voters. This is a graphic only about the undecided participants in our study. And it seems that the undecided voters have the most emotions for Macron and Melenchon. What it means is that Macron and Melenchon might be able to swing the most undecided voters in their direction. And also at the same time, we see here for Hamon and for Fillon that most of the undecided voters are negative for them. So Fillon and Hamon can forget about the second round, because if undecided persons are negative during their neutral segments, which should be actually kind of neutral, just by seeing their face, it's not good for them. So here are my general conclusions based on all of this. Hamon and Fillon can kind of forget about the second round. Melenchon awakens people's emotions, and if he comes up with a really powerful approach in the last minute that helps people's emotions positively go forward, and at the same time if Macron and Le Pen get a disadvantage, then Melenchon has a really good chance to win over the voters from several of his other candidates. Le Pen seems to have, together with Macron, the most support, but she has the disadvantage that her voters are relatively neutral to her. So she might have a stable following, that's the case, yes, but yeah, people just don't know what they are going to get with her, and they might just have some stable emotions with her and stay with her. That could be the case. But we'll see how it plays out in the elections in reality. And Macron has the strongest support, together with Le Pen in general. And his voters support him also strongly. And also he gets the most, the least negative emotions from all. So that's good. So if I would summarize everything and need to say to you today who will go to the second round, well, for sure Hamon not, with kind of big certainty Fillon also not. There is a chance that Melenchon would go to the second round, I would say with a 40% chance today, according to me, based on these graphics. Macron and Le Pen have the highest chance to go to the second round. I can say that with about 60% certainty, according to me. But pay attention to that there is actually a 40% chance that the second round could happen also between Macron and Melenchon, especially if Melenchon does something very strong now, and especially if Le Pen gets a disadvantage. So what I would say today is that with 98% certainty is that Macron goes to the second round for sure. there is a 60% chance that he will go there with Le Pen, and a 40% chance that it will be Melenchon going to the second round, together with Macron, which I feel that will be for sure in the second round. Now, I haven't written this down. I'm just saying this based on these graphics. Who will be the next president of France? Well, I can't say it yet with much certainty, but if you would ask me today, and if I had to give you the answer right now, here today, without knowing what will happen in the next 3 weeks, then I would bet on Macron, because he has the strongest support, the strongest graphics based on the emotions of persons that watch these 5 candidates. But it's still too soon. We have 3 weeks to go. Let's see what happens in the final round between Macron and Le Pen, maybe between Macron and Melenchon. Thanks very much for watching, and looking forward to what happens in reality.